All right, welcome everyone to the SVK Media Network. I just realized we call this the Cheesy Chronicles.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Is that perfect?
I like it.
Appropriate.
So, welcome everyone. We've got a great show. I don't know why we call it Cheesy Chronicles. That's Google or the other system that tells us what to call them. But anyways, we have Saputo in the house today. Penny and Chef Chris. Penny's actually in the studio today, which is kind of cool.
I'm here.
For the first time. So this is really cool. So I'm going to show Penny. There's Penny. There's Penny. There's Penny Wave. Penny Wave.
Hi.
All right. Say hi to Penny, Chris.
Hi,
Chris.
Penny.
And then we have the crazy Chef Chris. They're ready to educate us on pizza.
All right.
Do you eat a lot of pizza, Chef?
Pardon me?
Do you eat a lot of pizza?
I do eat a lot of pizza. I make a lot of pizza, and I order a lot of pizza. It's one of those ubiquitous entrees that fits any occasion. But
You know what makes pizza better?
What's that?
Is when you put Saputo cheese on top.
There you go.
See, I just got you. Totally got you.
Nailed it, Jay. But
Nailed it, eh?
And there are so many options when it comes to what type of cheese you want to use. So we're going to go through a number of those today with some halloumi, with some pizza mozzarella, and also with a vegan plant-based cheese. So
Which you guys do have the best. You can brag about this a little bit, Chef. You guys do have the best plant-based cheese in the industry.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Yes.
And I would argue that we have the best mozzarella in the industry too. I mean, Saputo
that's
has
it,
been
hands down.
making mozzarella since, 1954 was it? Is that right? Penny?
54? 04?
You got it,
1904
yeah.
or 54?
54. That's when the Saputo family came to Montreal and started making mozzarella for the great Canadians that didn't have.
Was that the first item?
Mozzarella?
Yeah, was mozzarella the first item that Saputo created?
Yeah,
Penny, come on, Penny.
Oh, yeah, you stopped me there, Jay.
There you go. Sorry.
That's where it all
So, Chef,
started.
I don't know all the stats.
So, Chef, what's the first pizza you're going to share with us today? You're going to create?
Well, it's a mouthful. It's a deep dish style pizza with a stuffed crust, and the stuffed crust is going to be wrapped, or the cheese in the stuffed crust is going to be wrapped with prosciutto. So we're going to throw all that into the title and call it the prosciutto wrapped mozzarella stuffed crust deep dish style pizza. How's that sound?
That sounds great, Chef.
Sounds ridiculous, but yeah, let's do it. So essentially, we've got these great new product just came out. This pizza mozzarella in a stick. It's a nice small diameter.
That's how they come? It comes like that?
It comes like this. And they come frozen too. So it's not the kind of thing you need to worry about, them going bad, because their shelf life is very, very long. It's very convenient in terms of the size. It's meant specifically for stuffing crusts. That's what the product was innovated for. And because it's 20% milk fat mozzarella, which is our pizza mozzarella, it has all the good balance of flavor and the stretchy stringiness.
No, Chef, you want a high fat, right? For cheese like that, or no, Penny?
Well, that's just it. You want both. Full fat mozzarella is about 26% milk fat, and that's where you get all the buttery, rich flavor, but you don't get the stretch. Everybody likes the pizza to have that stretchiness. So if you have a 17% partly skimmed mozzarella, that's where you get really great stretch, but not great flavor. So if you get the blend, which is the 20%, you get both. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You have stretch and you have flavor.
So that product was invented just for stuffing pizza?
This stick, yeah. So that's what we'll do.
It's like string cheese.
Almost.
Yeah.
Well, I think I see other purposes for that, Chef.
Oh, yeah. I found a great purpose when I picked the product up and drove home. And that just fits nicely in my coffee cup holder.
I was going to say it's a good appetizer. You can make
it's great snack and cheese for traffic days, right?
Just like what you're making there on its own, even just grilled a little bit.
Yeah.
Delicious. Yeah.
So yeah, just wrapping it with some prosciutto just to give it something, a little unique flavor. And who doesn't like adding a little more meat to their pizza? Well, aside from the vegans, of course, but that comes later.
Now, is that melt normal? Does that cheese then just melt nice in the crust? Like it's not.
So when you slice it, it's going to pull out nice and stretchy like that. And like Chris said, it's 20%, so it still has a little more of the milk fat. So it's going to have lots of flavor also, right?
There you go.
Best
got
of
it.
both worlds. 20% is like a really good starting point for anybody that's making pizza. 20% mozzarella.
What would people do if people tried to make their own stuff? What would they use for like in the crust then? Would they just wing it?
If you're making your own at home,
Yeah.
yeah, you could throw anything in there. You could throw chunks of cheese in there. You could throw shredded cheese in there. You're
So
rolling it up, right?
for a restaurant, people just wing it, so you would never know your portion cost or anything. Because I'm sure we can figure out the portion on those, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, really cool. You're making a pie, chef?
Making a pizza pie. So as the traditional deep dish pizza is cooked usually in like a spring form cheesecake pan or something along those lines. This is just a little 8-inch cake pan. So got my traditional dough in there, and it gives it the nice sidewall, and then just press your cheese sticks in around the edge.
Are those still frozen a little, or are those thawed?
No, they're thawed. They thaw them out just so they're a little easier to shape. And look at that, 4 fit perfectly. I don't know if that was by design or what.
That's like Pinterest level there, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that on Pinterest the other day.
That's high praise. So the key here is just to try and really seal that crust up so that you can keep the cheese in the crust.
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't stay in the crust, it's not the end of the world because it's just going to end up in your pizza, which it's not so bad. But the whole point of that stuffed crust is to have that. So I like to go around a couple times, just pressing the dough down to make sure it's well sealed.
Penny, what's your favorite pizza?
There we go.
I like most all pizza. In my house, there's no pineapple allowed, which is I love pineapple on pizza though, but nobody in my house does, so I never get to have it. But
I'm a big pineapple on the pizza fan.
Yeah, there you
Are
go,
you, chef?
Chris. Yeah.
No.
All day long, people are like, no, it doesn't belong up. Yes, it does. We could talk about this. This is a debate for sure.
Well, later we're going to debate about jackfruit on pizza. I guess that's another pizza. Yeah. So we start with a layer of the 20% shredded pizza mozzarella, and then we got some. This is like a meat sauce that I made. So ground beef, onions, garlic, oregano, thyme, chilies, and then of course like a marinara sauce to add into it. That becomes the filling of your pie, if you will. Then we'll throw on some pizza pepperoni. And some sliced mushrooms.
Oh. It's like, Penny, I have trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have a couple questions here?
Go
See if
for
you
it.
get them?
Let's see.
Okay.
Do my best.
Approximately the percentage. What's the percentage of Americans and Canadians eat pizza at least once a month? Percentage.
I would say at least 80%.
Not even close.
What?
It's 93.
Oh, jeez. We eat it in my house twice a week.
I'm surprised it's so low, to be honest. Like, who doesn't have pizza once a month?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I have a question for you, chef.
Product. It's ready to go in the oven. The trick with a stuffed crust pizza is the long cook time at a lower temperature, unlike most pizza. So
what are you cooking at that, chef? Then what's the temp on that?
I cook it around 350 for a good 45 minutes, just like you'd be cooking an apple pie.
45.
Because you got that much.
Yeah.
So in the oven she goes. And the magic of my magic oven, there's the finished product.
Like you're not even wearing gloves or anything.
I know. Did like no gloves or what? What was that?
It's called chef hands, Jay.
Yeah.
Chef hands. Just raw. Like no problem. Not even like an ow.
No.
Nothing.
No. Look at that. Nice and golden all around.
That's good. That's a good looking pie.
It is a good looking pie. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's cut into it and have a little look.
All right, let's see that crust. I want to see the crust. Stuffed crust.
There you go, stuffed crust.
Deadly.
Can you give it a little squeeze so we can get the squishy out? This is squish out. There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
So yeah, that's a smaller than normal size. This is just an 8-inch, but it's still that's a great individual size.
No, that's a deuce.
That's
I'd say 2 people on that one.
For sure.
I don't know. Depends who you're eating with. Okay, so there you go. And I would just finish this with a little bit of some Grana Padano.
Now, what's the flavor that's going to give, Chef?
That gives you a nice sharpness and saltiness, and then some chilies for the heat. And we're good to go. That's
There you go.
ready to be consumed, which I'm going to do in a moment. But I think you're going to show a video right now, so I'll get an opportunity to do that as you're showing the video.
You do that. We're going to go to a quick commercial unboxing video from Saputo. But Penny, you're going to tell us what we're going to see in this video. This has never been done before.
I don't know what's coming up, so we're just going
to... Yeah, we're just going to... Well,
we'll check it out.
It doesn't say yet, but we're going to see this, okay? So, Chef, you go do what you got to do, and then we're going to go and do this, and then we'll be right back, okay? So, Penny, here we go.
Okay.
So, we're going to... Give me 1 second. We're going to cue this up. Turn your mic on. You're going to tell us what we're seeing, okay? It's almost like those old books, the visual books you used to watch. And
yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about. They're not that old. Hey, Penny, what are we seeing?
I think this is halloumi.
This is halloumi?
Yes. This is our domestic halloumi. So there's 6 by 160 gram. We have different sizes, obviously. Nice fresh cheese. Semi-firm. Slicing into...
That's halloumi?
That's halloumi, yeah. We make that in Canada, actually, yeah.
That's made in Canada.
Yeah, we have a halloumi that we make in Canada, that's right. So there's 6 of those in a case. I didn't have much time to get into too much detail, but...
Well, tell us more about the halloumi. Is that next?
I think that we are grilling some halloumi.
Halloumi. So what's halloumi? What is it?
A halloumi is like a Greek-style cheese. This one we actually make in Canada, but it's a really salty, briny cheese that doesn't have a lot of melt to it. So it's you can grill it and it doesn't like fall apart into a melted cheese puddle. It stays in its form. So I think that we're making some sort of.
Do you want to say that name?
What name?
The kipple. Whatever the word is. The name of the pizza. Right there.
Cast iron seared halloumi strips?
No. The name of it. What Chef called it.
Oh.
The
Cioppino?
Cinapino?
Cioppino.
Cinapino
with roasted halloumi. Oh, we're putting the halloumi on the pizza.
We're putting. Well, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Amazing! I thought it was like separate. That's great. Halloumi on pizza? Come on.
Holy
awesome.
cow! Here we go. Another pizza's coming, Penny. So Chef, halloumi. Yeah. I've had your halloumi before. Is there anyone else doing halloumi, or is it just you guys
making halloumi?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
There's other. Yep. There's other.
But there's no one as good as you.
Of course.
There we go. That's the answer, right?
No, you'll see lots of different brands of halloumi in the grocery store, and
really,
yeah.
I've only had Saputo.
I've only ever seen Saputo out here in the West.
Oh, well, you better, Chef.
It's I know it's there's a fair production out of Cyprus, which is an island near Greece, and that's where a lot of the halloumi production goes or is done. But ours is a Canadian produced product, and
we do have a product that we have from Greece, actually from Cyprus, that we have, and it's shaped into like a burger style patty. It's deadly.
I think I've had it.
Yeah, you must.
It allows you to sell a cheeseburger on your menu that is, in fact, a burger made with cheese.
Serious?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. So vegetarian style burger. So just the cheese halloumi patty. Like
that's it.
Pretty good. Hey.
Serious?
Yeah. Or you can put it on top of a chicken or beef burger or whatever you want, but you really don't need to. Yeah.
Really?
You'll see them in the grocery store. It's like a red box, like 50 gram cheese patty.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There you go. Penny, you taught me something.
There you go.
One other trivia question?
Let's do it.
I got one more. How many pizzerias are there in the United States?
Oh my God. So many.
Like, you're in sales. You should know that.
I'm going to say 150,000.
61,000 pizzerias.
That's a lot.
61,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of pizzas.
Okay.
So, Chef, what are you doing there? Tell us more. Back to you.
So, you might think I'm crazy putting Cioppino on a pizza, because anybody that knows what Cioppino is knows.
No one does. I don't know what it is.
I'm going to tell you. It's a seafood stew. So how does stew and pizza go together? How does halloumi and seafood go together? So it's all going to work. Trust me. But a Cioppino it's traditional. Its roots are from Italy, but it actually was a dish that was invented in San Francisco on Fisherman's Wharf, where basically what happened was they'd go around to the fishermen and everyone would chip in what they had left into the stew. And at the end of the day, the fishermen would all eat the stew together. And it was just a mix of whatever seafood they had kicking around, whether it was mussels, clams, prawns, crab in some cases, all kinds of stuff. So really a cool backstory on the product. But and it's cooked, unlike bouillabaisse, which is the French version of this, it's cooked in a tomato and lime broth. So that's what this is here when I put on the pizza. It's just a light tomato sauce. It's about 50-50 tomato and fish stock lime. So like a fish fumet and a sauce. So that's our sauce.
We need pizza here, buddy. Need to order pizza.
Press on the number. Yeah. And
1 minute. I'm just trying to get that.
Penny, you another trivia while Chef's figuring out the thing?
Yep. Give it
How to
to me.
work it
Here we
through.
go. Here we go. Another trivia. This is a good one. What's the average amount of pizzeria? How many pizza boxes do they use per day on average? How many pizza boxes?
100.
55. Not even close again. Not even close.
Not even close.
So, Chef, what are you doing there? What are you doing with that oil?
So it's a cast iron pan that's been in the hot oven. And that's what we're going to cook our seafood in. And here we've got some cod, some mussels, some prawns, and some Apelio snow crab.
Is that in your backyard in Vancouver? That looks insanely cool.
So good.
That looks
That's
really
going to
cool.
go back in the oven. And in the oven, you'll notice too, is that I put the dough in there with the Cioppino sauce on there. So basically, once we're done here, the dough is going to act as just like a serving dish for the stew to go in. And people will just eat the stew, break off pieces of the pizza dough as the bread to dip into their sauce. So it becomes less of a pizza and more of just an interesting way to play a Cioppino.
I like that, Chef.
Thank you.
It's a cool idea.
All right. So now, while that's all going, let's get the halloumi going.
Okay, I'm always curious. I don't know if I know how to cook this.
It's so simple. It's so simple.
Halloumi is a pretty forgiving cheese.
It is, yeah.
You can grill it, you can sear it, you can fry it, you can eat it raw. So there's the cheese itself. It comes in a nice convenient brick where traditionally it's rolled in a log. So this is a much better format for slicing and using. And it's great because it's so forgiving. And I'm just going to fire it right into the cast iron. Let it sizzle for a while.
Do a lot of people don't, especially in Canada, we don't know much about cheese, do we?
No.
No.
What are you talking
we
about?
don't.
You know a lot about cheese.
Well, I know you do, but like the common folk. Right?
I'd say,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I'm probably not.
Mr. Marble Cheddar probably doesn't know as much about cheese as the average guy, but
Yeah, there's like three I know. It's it.
Yeah.
Now I know four.
Canada makes some of the best cheeses in the world. So
Yeah, we heard that. Remember? You taught me that once. They are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that, Penny? Why do you think it is we don't know much about cheese?
Probably just because it's not in our face often. Like in retailers, it's not stand out right there first when you walk in. You have to really search for like unique cheeses like this, right? So not everybody knows where to find it.
Sorry, couldn't hear you there, Chef.
I think people get a little bit afraid to get adventurous cheeses to try to stick to what they know.
Yeah, you guys are making it fun though.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think you guys are. Well, it does. You're right, Jeff, because it was always like, I don't know what to eat with this or whatever. What to do with it.
I don't know how to cook it.
Yeah.
I don't know halloumi, you're supposed to cook it. I don't know how to do that. You're right. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, we're almost ready to go here. If I can get my burner to actually work.
It doesn't take too long to cook. You like if you're heating it up, it's just a couple minute on each side, maybe.
That's it.
Yeah, it cooks fast.
And the beauty, once this cheese cooks, it softens up. The flavors soften out a bit too. It adds a little bit more sweetness to the cheese. Obviously, it gets a nice caramelized color on there, which I wasn't super successful at this time. But probably because I'm flipping it with tongs instead of a spatula. Jay made the move off the spatula.
So, chef, could you use like a garlic olive oil in there or something like that as well?
Yeah, I mean, seasoning your olive oil is always an option. I prefer to season cheese and let that. Just let the.
Because you're going to get some of that flavor, right, from the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I like halloumi, like just with a little bit of honey on it.
Honey on cheese?
Just a little bit of melted honey
you're
on
crazy.
it. It's so good with some crackers or
toasted
bread
and honey and cheese.
Yeah. Come on. So
guys are crazy. Crazy. That's it, chef? That's how long that took?
Well, that was a pretty hot pan, so, and she's quick through. We're good.
Really? That's crazy. What kind of mussels are those?
Those are green lips.
Beautiful.
And a paleo crab from Canada, up near close to Alaska. And the cod is ling cod, also from northern Canadian waters.
You're gonna put that right on that pie.
The shrimp are pretty cool too. They're most of the time we used to get our shrimp from Southeast Asia. A lot of farms down in the Thailand and Vietnam area. But these are aquaculture raised shrimp, which is kind of a new innovation that started in Canada and is getting more popular now. And basically, it's a closed loop farm where the prawns are basically farmed in a tank. So it has zero impact on the aquaculture system, and it's better for the environment.
Well,
it's better for all the.
What they eat too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we're gonna give this to go.
This is the part that sucks, Pennies. You got to see this food.
You got to watch it, and you don't get to eat. I brought you some cookies.
Yeah,
I know it's not the same, but not even.
So you're gonna put that right on top of that?
Oh yeah. Now it's just about having some fun with the presentation.
Oh, man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I would order this. Delicious.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's just a different way to present it, right? It's. I had a tough time calling it a pizza, but why not call it a pizza?
Totally.
You're not eating it like a pizza, but it's pizza shaped. It's made with pizza dough.
And then all the juices are getting into the dough.
Yeah, soaking into the bread. That's good there. Slice up this halloumi.
I'm baffled on that one.
Oh yeah.
And then you throw the cheese on top.
Yep.
Look at that halloumi. A little goes a long way.
Who's this guy?
That was 2 slices. That wasn't the whole thing, right?
That was just 2 slices, though. Yep, exactly.
All right.
And then, of course, a little bit of lemon.
Mm-hmm.
So you would get that. You just go into then keeps making it look cooler. So you just go in there.
Grana Padano.
It's got some Vancouver vibes to it. The
Yeah,
dish.
it does.
Totally
Hey,
does.
I told him this once, didn't I, Chef? I said that I can literally look at plates now and go, "That's from Vancouver."
Yeah.
That is totally a Vancouver dish.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Well done.
There we go. So
you would just rip the crust, Chef, and you would
Cioppino on a pizza. So yeah, now you're just going to get into it and break the dough, mop up some sauce, get some cheese, maybe a little halloumi and a prawn.
Yeah.
Cod.
Get in there. Eh? There you go. Wow.
That's good, man. That's so good.
Yes, it does. It looks really good. Well, so that was a highlight on halloumi. We're going to be back again after this other commercial Penny's going to tell us about, because I got it now, Penny. I can turn the volume down so we can actually hear you talking about it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this next one. And Chef, we're coming back for the last vegan Mexican. Now, this next one's going to be vegan cheese, which you guys do have. Like, you guys got to brag about that. You do have the best cheese in the industry.
We do.
You do.
brag
Like
about it.
seriously, I've
Yeah.
tried them all. You guys have the
It's
best.
the best one. Yeah.
Yeah. We have comments coming through here. Right? What's this?
Oh, yum.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
That looks great, chef.
Thanks.
All right. Here we go. Here we go, Penny. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to turn
Okay.
Chef off here. What are we doing?
Turned it so fast I didn't see the code. Oh, this is the Vitalite. This is our
This is the vegan cheese.
Yeah, this is the vegan cheese. So there's 3 of these in a case. This is our plant-based cheese. Look how much it looks exactly like mozzarella, and it's really the closest to mozzarella in the market.
You wouldn't
you'll
know.
take. No. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't eat plant-based all the time, so for me, I can tell. But for people that eat plant-based, definitely number 1 cheese. So
Okay, let's play it again. So obviously it comes in a big box.
Comes in a big box. 3 in a case. Yeah. So, one thing to note about this cheese is you can freeze it. So you don't
Okay,
use
no.
a lot.
You can't freeze this, can you?
Well,
Why didn't you tell me that?
Yeah, throw it in the freezer because nobody uses like a case of plant-based cheese in a day, right? They stretch it out over a long period of time. So yeah, you could freeze it.
Is there a
defrost it.
reason it's in a blue bag? Didn't know that one, eh?
No, didn't know that one. I'm
No.
gonna guess because it's plant-based.
So
Something about the
different?
manufacturing of it.
How
but
about just
I don't
making it
wanna-
different so people in the
Yeah.
freezer, they know that's plant-based?
That's probably it. Yeah.
I'd go green.
Green would be your choice.
Yes.
Plant-based green. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Did I miss anything on the unboxing video? I
No,
think I
keep
covered
going. Keep going. What's he doing here?
it.
He's putting cheese. You didn't make a pie.
Showing how it looks on its own.
You guys do have the best. Like seriously,
Yeah.
like I do. Like I'm not just saying this.
Have you tried outside of the mozzarella? Have you tried some of the other ones?
Oh, yeah.
The Vitalite? Yeah,
Yep.
like you see Vitalite.
tried them
now.
all.
Yeah,
Tried them all.
Great. Oh yeah, I
I've
knew
tried
that.
them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
They are really good. Seriously,
Cheddar shreds. Yeah, slices.
they are really good. I was just gonna say, what did I do with one of the slices? Like they make great grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Great with eggs. You know what I always liked? It was I do a couple eggs in the microwave in a bowl, and I put this cheese slice on top,
Mhm.
and it melts like incredibly good for a vegan cheese.
Mm.
There you go. Probably defeats the purpose though. Egg and vegan, probably.
Whatever. You don't have to be vegan to eat plant-based cheese.
No, apparently not. All right, let's go back to Chef. Chef, are you there still?
Yeah, I'm here. I haven't left yet.
All right. What do you do into the crust here? It looks like you've done that a few times in your life too.
Yeah, maybe. Eh? It's just a hand stretch on the crust. I prefer to do this as opposed to a rolling pin. I mean, you can roll or sheet the dough. That's what it's called, but rolling pins or dough sheeters. But
I can't even believe you own a rolling pin, first of all.
I'll use it it's my burglar device, right? Alarm system. But if you hand stretch your dough like that,
Cracking walnuts.
by hand stretching the dough, you keep the air in there, so it gets those nice pockets of air.
Penny trivia.
Okay, let's do it.
First pizzeria to open in the U.S. What year? And city?
I'm going to say 1925 in Chicago.
Nope, not even close.
Well, I got to guess.
New York, 1905.
I don't think I was that far off.
You're like in a different state. You're off.
I'm only 20 years off. And
You're off, totally.
Kind of close.
You know what we should do? Chef, we got to get you in on this one. You know what we should do?
What's that?
Is that we got to get the people over Saputo, your great company, to go after the world's largest pizza contest. So the largest pizza is 13,580 square feet. It was made in Rome, Italy. I don't see that being that hard.
You can do it, Chris.
Chris, you want to get in on that?
I'll get the hand stretching going there for that one. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why Saputo wouldn't want to have the title.
That's a pretty cool title, yeah.
Wouldn't that be a cool title?
Pretty cool.
That'd be a bragging right?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, I got 14,000 square foot pizza, world record. And
That's
you
really-
use plant-based cheese. That's a lot of. That's
So
like
that's a little
big house.
red mole sauce I put on there. And
Okay.
so the red moles are just traditional Mexican sauces that are made from chilies and nuts, sometimes breadcrumbs, spices.
Now, just wait a second, Chef. You went cheese on bottom. What's
Yeah,
the
cheese on
rule?
bottom.
Cheese on top or cheese on bottom?
Depends if you want to. Yeah, it's a personal preference, and for me, this Vitalite cheese tends to melt a lot better if it's on a sauce, so it allows it to kind of flow a little better. I find if it sits on a dry topping, then it'll crisp up more than it'll flow. So it's I always go pizza on sauce or cheese on sauce anyway, because then you see your toppings, and that's kind of that's where the money is when it comes to buying a pizza. You want to have those toppings visible. So yeah, so we've got the plant-based mozzarella there. I use exactly the same amount of plant-based mozza as I would
Is
traditional
lactose free?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is lactose free too?
lactose free. And here we have some jackfruit. I'm just going to toss the jackfruit in with some of the mole as well to give it some flavor. So that's just plain.
Is that plain drained?
Plain drained. Plain Jane drained.
Hmm.
So it's just jackfruit. Jackfruit can come canned or frozen. I buy the canned stuff. It's really very neutral flavored, which is great, and it has that chicken-like texture.
Yeah. Are you
And
kidding
because
me?
of the neutral flavor, you just add the flavors you want it to have. So
Now,
in this
Chef, what
case,
did you put in with it though?
that's the
mole
red.
sauce?
That's more of the red mole.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a mole braised or mole flavored jackfruit, basically.
I gotta eat more jackfruit. I like that. How many Canadians are lactose intolerant? Any?
In my
In
household,
Canada. In Canada.
Okay.
8%.
Oh, give me a number.
Oh, like amount of people.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 500,000.
That's not many.
No, it's not many.
7 million.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Holy cow! It's a way more.
in my house,
that's-
it's 75%.
Nobody's lactose intolerant in my house.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't really cross my path, and
Yeah, I think we are in ours.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we or people don't know they are.
People don't know
Yeah.
they are, right?
Yeah.
So the corn that I put on is just a roasted street corn, tahini.
Did you roast
flavor.
it, Chef? Did you roast it?
Oh yeah. So that's corn on the cob, fresh corn on the cob, first one of the year that I was able to get.
Shut up.
And then it's
What'd you
roasted
do to
in
it?
the oven with a crema on it. So it's a vegan crema, so vegan sour cream and vegan mayonnaise mixed together. You smear it on the corn of cob, the cob of
Yeah.
corn. Roast it in the oven until it's nice and golden, and then just sprinkle some of the tahini seasoning on it, which is it's a ubiquitous Mexican flavor, chili, lime, and salt. And bam, you got street corn. So that's going to go in the oven and cook like that, and then we'll just finish it with a couple other things, and that'll be good to go. And I got the magic oven going again for this one too.
Do you ever use corn in the air fryer? Penny?
I have not tried corn, and I cook everything in the air fryer.
I do
so
too.
this is exciting.
Try corn.
Like the whole corn on the cob.
No. You just take the corn in the
Cob of corn?
can.
Oh,
You pour it in there. A
really?
little spray of oil. Poof. Roasted corn.
Hmm.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm trying that.
Yeah, and then you could put like a pepper or a smoked paprika on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put it on top of a pizza.
Then
Put
that,
some
or
mozzarella.
you could just eat it by
I
itself.
also
Too.
have, yeah, totally. I'll eat a bowl of corn all day long.
Did you pickle those onions, Chef?
Sure
Are those
did.
pickled?
Pickled red
I was
onions.
gonna say.
So I
We were
pickled
just
them.
talking
With,
about pickling stuff.
Pickling, yeah.
I always have a
Pickling?
container
That's a
of
nice
pickled
hat.
onions in my fridge. It's kind of one of those things that I always got on hand because it just goes great on a salad, on anything, in a sandwich.
Then what do you
You know,
use for pickling? What do you use for pickling?
It's just simple salt and
Vinegar?
sometimes a little sugar, but usually it's just salt and red wine vinegar, and that's it.
That's it.
How long
Yep.
does it last in the fridge?
Oh, it lasts a long time. It's like pickles, like a jar of pickles. You'd be able to keep that in the fridge for months, right? So there we go. That's our Mexican.
That's a
Vegan
Vancouver
Mexican
pizza,
pizza.
by the
Yeah.
way, Penny.
Vancouver vibes again.
Yeah.
Yum. Yum.
Well, we are in Vancouver, so
Yep. Exactly.
there we go. Looks great.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Total Vancouver pizza, though.
Totally. Yum.
Yeah. So that's
Lots of
vegan
color,
cheese.
lots of textures, lots of colors. You know, that's what I always keep in mind is making sure that you've got textural differences and lots of color difference on your pizza or any of your food, so it just pops,
Mhm.
stands out. And there you go. So that's our 3 pizzas we got for today.
Well, Chef, thank you so much. And Saputo, thank you so much. I'm going to put this stuff up here. One more recipes. Chef, you made a few of these recipes on the site before. Go to Saputo for food. Go to there. SaputoFoodServices.ca. I got marbles in my mouth
Mhm.
today.
Marbles in your mouth.
Marbles in my mouth.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you so much, Chef, for giving us a little pizza class. Look at that deep dish.
There we go. Bring them all in.
Hey, Ben, can you see that deep dish
Yeah,
there?
all three just look so good.
That deep dish just that looks really
I'm
good.
all about the seafood one. Like I want to.
Do you want seafood? That
Well,
one?
I just think it's
I
so
know, but
unique.
that
It's
would-
so interesting.
Well, I can
And
see
it's-
this
look
as
at the flakes
sharing,
of
like,
grana padano
appetizer.
and they're yum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Grana Padano?
yeah, grana padano.
Grana Padano.
Yeah,
It's a great name.
It's
Someone
so
said, let's
great.
just mess with people.
it's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Chef Saputo. You guys rock.
Pleasure. It's always
check out
good
the
to
stuff
hang
there.
out with you.
There you go, Chef. Take care, and we'll see you back again. Penny, not now, but he's like, what are you talking about, Jay? And we'll be back soon after this. But anyways, have a great time, Chef. Take care, okay?
Take care.
All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to break this. Penny, any more questions, Penny? Comments from you? Before we wrap this up?
No, just thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to doing this again.
Do you want to do this
great.
again?
Yeah.
This is what these things do. You just hang out.
Totally. I'm all about hanging
Usually
out.
they bring like not cookies, but pizza.
Pizza. Next time I brought cookies. I was on the fly, but
All right.
next time I'll bring pizza.
All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone else. Tune in later. We'll have this on our on-demand channel on this Friday at 8 a.m. early for you to listen to this on Spotify, iTunes, and everywhere else. All right. Have a good one. Cheers.